Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
And
Monique.
I mean, my gosh, we up here like bim, 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 bim. Like,
welcome to the Thursday Mix, everybody. It's your girl Mojo, your favorite mixie from Classic Cocktails 205. And I would hope that you guys want to check us out at classiccocktails205.org if you're looking for your next holiday or social gathering. So I am here. I got my coho in the building.
Yeah,
she is the one
much.
and only Big Reese.
Oh, now I'm Big Reese.
Big Reese,
Know.
aka
Ooh,
Miss
yes.
Sheep Black herself. If
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
have not checked her out at sheepblackdesigns.com, please do so because you are missing out on the fabulous, most wanted, the dopest artist in the city, baby. You are missing out and you're doing yourself a disservice. So check her out at sheepblackdesigns.com.
With an S.com.
With an S.
What it is that you want, because that's the best damn intro you've ever gave me on this show. What is it? I feel like something tied to that.
A question is coming.
But as you can see, I'm not, I got on my business wear today. There's this golf / business wear.
Look like she's about to go play in what is it called? The Stanley Cup?
Maybe.
Make some
I'm looking
business deals.
sophisticated today.
That's right. Make some business
It's
deals.
a lot of sides to Reese,
That's right. That's right.
Get to know them all, people. Get to know them all.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. What we got going on today?
Today we
Today
have
is
a
what?
hot topic, y'all. We're gonna skip right past entertainment news. We're not even talking about anything other than
my
the
God.
topic today. And I have a
topic.
special guest that's coming in a little bit. So you guys can, stay tuned for her. I'm sure you're gonna like her. I'm sure you're gonna like her brand and what she brings to the table. So stay tuned for something a little bit special.
Right.
But today, let's get to it. I have a question. And this question is kind of multifaceted, but it came to me in a conversation I was having earlier this week. And they were talking about why is it that women like bad boys? So, and I know, Reese, you gonna tell me you can't relate. However, I know you can. So let's talk a little bit about it, okay? What is it about the bad persona that a woman likes? So before you answer, because you have an opinion. Like,
You think I'm having
my
opinion?
co-host sometimes, y'all, she be acting like she don't have an opinion about certain things, but she is very much aware. She's
Look.
woke.
Look. You don't
If I
sell
must
this
say so
studism
myself,
over here.
woke. So she can
Studism.
definitely chime in. And then my guests, when they come in, they'll also be able to chime in and give us some insight.
Well,
And also, I'm looking for some comments from our social media folks. Everybody that's out there right now.
lock it in.
Give us some insight on what you say the issue is, or the actual concern is on why women like bad boys.
And that's
So,
part.
First question I have.
Not even like the popo.
I mean, like, no, yeah,
First
like
question I have is, what actually defines a bad boy? What defines a bad boy? Are we talking like Tupac? Are we talking like? Give me some insight on what that is. Hey, Angie, my guest just got here, guys. I'm gonna bring her over to the couch in just a second, but I have that question put out there. Reese, give me some insight. What defines a bad boy?
Bad boy. They got a record.
They gotta have a record.
They got a police record.
That means that women like men that went to jail. I don't
Duh.
know about that.
Duh. Yeah. That's what was that? Pen pals and all that shit came from. Like, come on now.
You make a good point now. Because
Like-
I saw some videos of women going to pick up those men from jail.
Facts. What? Married Behind Bars. What's the name of the show?
You talking about love after lockup.
Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. They all say the same. Yeah, that part.
Love after lockup.
Yeah,
Now,
he got-
if you
yeah.
guys have not seen that show, hey, type
Yeah.
it in on YouTube.
Um,
Watch at least one episode. It's crazy.
They got to have at least 1 or 2 gold teeth or grill or something.
Oh, now
I'm trying to relate.
Not one or two gold grills.
I'm trying to.
Y'all, I got nephew in the building. I need some male insight. Nephew, chime me in a little bit. Give me what you would call what is considered to be a bad boy. Don't tell me they gotta wear a gold grill.
No, they used the word.
No.
The, the B word.
Yeah, you threw me off earlier when you was talking about Tupac.
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of where it started for me.
What Tupac you talking about? Poetic Justice, Juice?
Yeah, all that.
Or are you talking about Thug Life?
All that.
Hell no, because he was still a poet before all this even happened to him. So, like, what we talking about?
Okay,
I'm drowning over here,
A
dude.
lot of people don't know that he was very artsy. Like he literally was an art major.
He went to a fine art
He
school.
went to a fine art school with
Very,
a lot
very
of white
intelligent.
people. He did. So, but his persona wasn't given, nerdy guy. It was given bad boy, right?
Okay.
Everything about his persona was given bad boy.
I ain't gonna dig in. I'm gonna let y'all do you.
I mean,
Okay.
I really okay. It's a
You know what?
I'm gonna
it's
call
something-
it the bull.
it's something particular that she's looking for because obviously I'm pretty sure that my hostess here with the mostest with titties have dated several bad boys. So, what in your opinion, ma'am?
Well, as before we get into more, I'm gonna bring in my special guest of the day. Her
Mhm.
name is Angelique May. Come
Yes,
on,
yes.
over,
Come on
Angie.
through. Come on through.
sit
Sit
down
in
with us
between
on the
us
couch.
here. What's
because
going on?
This
Hello.
is a topic that I know my girl can relate to because again, us being women, this is a consensus that seems to go. Pass her mic, Reese.
Coming
God,
through.
dog.
This is a consensus.
dang.
Now,
You are,
before we
ma'am.
continue, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more insight. Angelique May, she is an amazing person here in the city again of Birmingham, Alabama. A lot of people who may not be local, you may not know about this city, but however, she has a spa, she does facials. Tell us a little bit about your brand, real quick, Angie.
Okay, well, first I started off as just online, just doing my organic natural products, and then I ventured off into services. Got me a venue. That's a little spa, but it's more holistic. It's centered toward, you healing from traumatic experiences. You might want to just come in and just get yourself some self-care from your kids and your husband, because I have for my kids on a daily.
Absolutely.
So
There we
you
go.
got
There we
you
go.
got to relax and relate and release sometimes. So that's where you come to me and get that experience.
Absolutely, y'all. Hey, if you are local and you even are in driving distance of Birmingham, Alabama, please come check out Angelique over at Perfect Harmony Spiritual Wellness. And you can, like she said, get away, escape. She has all of the essentials. She can do facials, foot massages, detoxes. I mean, well, detoxes probably ain't the right word.
Yes,
but
and you can also come to me and get a little counsel. I do meditative sessions also.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to,
Okay.
venture off on your journey, I can definitely mentor you on that.
Oh, okay.
Like with the stones and the incense and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
that's something for everybody. So,
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Right.
I like that.
Stop.
Okay.
and as you can see, she is a black woman, and you already know how I feel about our black woman brands, our black brands, period. But definitely supporting black women, and let's make sure that we run her up. So please
For
check her
sure.
out. And so now, Angela, you came in, a little bit about what we were saying about the whole why does women like the bad boy persona. Now that's a conversation that just kind of, again, it's a stigma. Parts of it is true. I don't know if I believe what Reese saying, because she said basically the man got to been had to go to jail.
I
He got to
am
have a
trying
go
to
to.
relate.
She said he got to have a go to.
I said a grill.
I don't think women
gotta have a whole
typically
group.
look at like the background. They go off their energy.
Speak.
So, what I'm saying, bad boys tend to have this, fun, let's get it type of energy.
Okay.
So I think that's what women go for, more so of the feeling they get when they're with a bad boy, more or less than his background.
Well, I mean, I'm fun. I'm sporadic.
Do you be giving bad boy energy, Reese?
I think so. I mean,
Just not today in your Stanley Cup gear.
you can still be that
Yeah.
a bad stud.
Yeah.
And this gear. First of all, I think
Just
I'm gonna
code
change my
switch.
profile. I think because if that's what it is, that's what defines one. I think I'm that. I just learned something about myself.
Word.
Well,
I'd be like, let's get it, let's go.
And I think
What we waiting
some
for?
females are attracted to toxic.
Oh, see now you
Now,
dipping into
that's
something.
not what I am.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk a little bit
I'm
more
not
about
that.
that. I'm glad you brought that up. Now let's pause for the calls, guys. Before I
Pause
get
for the
into
calls.
what my thoughts of the matter is, I want to highlight the drink of the day. You may be wondering what's in today's mix, right? Glad you asked me that. Today's drink is called affectionately the Good Girl. So it is a mix of tequila. Anybody who knows Mo, they know that Mo loves a good
My
tequila.
gosh.
And we have a little Moscato mixed in there with a little bit of pink lemonade, a little grenadine, a little bit of ginger ale. So it's definitely a tasty thing. You might not know that it has two different types of liquors going on. So it's a definitely sneaker up on.
Very smooth.
Yes. So
On my
Yes.
next one, can I get a little
be
bit more
mindful of the
cherries?
Good Girl,
I would
right?
like-
They a little sneaky sometimes.
I would like a little bit more cherries in mine next time.
Okay, friend,
Thank
I
you.
got you. It does have a garnish of a cherry, and it's not floating today. It's on the bottom, but if you know, you know. Everybody knows a Good Girl is a little sneaky, so
Well, I mean, this
Today's
is
drink.
really good though, Mo. I ain't gonna lie. This is pretty good here.
absolutely.
Okay, I see. That's I think we everybody. If you got a glass, go on and raise. Let's raise our glass so we have an
Raise your
amazing.
glass
conversation.
to the good girls. And in this case, the good girls who love bad boys.
And the good studs that just like women.
the good girls who love some bad studs.
No, stud don't date a stud.
Studs. No, the good girls who love a bad stud. So maybe we don't call it stud. Maybe we call it what we call it.
Don't offend me right
She
now. I'm
gave
just
me
gonna
that
look
look.
at her. I'm just gonna look at her and
Back up.
disgust.
Like, what is going on?
I don't have. I'm not. I don't.
Abort
Abort
mission.
the
Abort the mission. Exactly. Okay.
Get out of there. Mo.
Facts. Okay. So back to the question at hand.
I want to be friends after this.
I don't. Yeah. You just leave that alone. You leave that alone here. We're in mixed company around here.
Okay.
Define your dang on bad boy, girl. Shit.
So I did say Tupac started it for me, right? I was a little bit young when the whole Dear Mama and everything started coming out. Juice came out, that was it for a lot of us, even though he was crazy as all outdoors in that movie. But it was still something very appealing about it. And I think what Angie said kind of hit it on the head. But when he appeared in not Juice, but Poetic Justice, that definitely turned everyone into that whole, I like the bad boy, but I like him to be nice. I want him to be, fun, but he treat everybody bad, but he don't treat me bad. Right. He treat everybody else bad, but he don't treat me bad. And then, until you find out later that he is treating you bad too. But, that's neither here nor there. But I think that's what kind of started it for me. But, it also could be the music just in general, because of course he was an artist, but there's other artists that give that persona, that rough and tough type persona, right? And we remember when Brad made that song Roughneck. Need it in the morning, so I gotta get a roughneck.
I can't relate to all that. I can't. Anytime you say Brad, I can't relate to that. I don't even want to talk about it. I
Now
don't
this
even
was
want
the
to talk about it.
Brat back then. This ain't the
I
Brat we
don't
know
give
now.
a rat's ass when it is. I don't care.
Huh? No,
What?
she is very much a STEM. A STEM.
The hell is that?
Come on.
Oh
Act like you
Lord!
don't
And
know
now the segment
what the
changes,
term
ladies and
STEM
gentlemen.
means.
A feminist stud.
Yes, a
Man,
feminine.
such a- huh. Yes,
Re-
You're
what
actually
is the
right.
stud? I mean, what is the STEM?
it's a. You obviously you call me one African American, but anyway, it's a masculine woman who still presents herself as a feminine female.
So it's a cross between the words stud and femme, aka STEM.
I remember that as a standardized test when I was in school, but
Like the STEM exam.
yeah. Earning the STEM test, ACT, SAT.
Well, you might be tested. Hey, no.
That part, yeah. All these-
But anyway, this conversation is not about studs or sims. It's about bad boys. Okay, so let's not divert. Let's get back to the topic here.
well, you the one who brought it up.
Well, I'm just going to the song that she made, and it was talking about, having that rough and tough type of persona, the
Okay.
energy, like Angie
Okay.
said. And I think that the music, Tupac, What's another example, Angie? What do you think? Do you
I
remember?
was crazy about Omar Epps too. I was crazy about Omar.
Omar Epps. Okay.
Get the phone here. You got to put the mic up.
Oh, Omar Epps. I'll say DMX.
DMX for sure.
Yeah.
All that growling.
Oh, you know what? I got one. Angie, I
Right.
got one.
You got
I,
one.
I got one. Everybody know about New Jack City, right?
Yes.
My only male crush in life was Christopher Williams. Now that was a bad boy in that movie though.
Chris Williams. I thought you was finna say Wesley Snipes.
G
Wesley
Money
Snipes?
or we went-
No, he was the one that they pointed to at the end of the movie.
Now Christopher Williams was fine, but he wasn't a bad boy. In New Jack
Right.
City. He was like a pushover.
he was very subdued.
He was still fine.
Well, G Money definitely was given, even though he was that light skinned guy, because back
Definitely
then light skinned
light-skinned.
guys they weren't clocking bad boy. You know what I mean? So G Money gave it to us, right?
Yeah, he did.
And he made everybody be like, light skinned boys ain't looking too bad these days.
That boy.
Yeah.
It's the energy, definitely the energy.
The
So
energy.
Definitely the energy.
So let me ask this, because I have experienced, dating the bad boy. And Angie, can you say that you've
Definitely.
experienced it?
Definitely a couple of times around.
Okay. So Reese,
Okay.
I know I can't ask you if you've experienced it, but I'm sure
Experienced
you've
what, ma'am?
seen the experience of women dating the bad boys.
Yeah, toxic shit. Yeah, I have.
So my
Absolutely.
question is, how often does that really work out? Like, legit, I know we in our fairy tale mind thinking that he's such a, rough and tough guy with everyone, but he's soft and loving and kind with us. But how often does that really work out? I can tell my story, but I want to hear from you first.
From me,
Yeah, sure.
I ain't never seen it work out. I mean, I don't know what it is about the bad boy. You let him drive your car without no license. Your insurance go up. He's sitting on the couch and just play video games all day, and I don't understand. And DoorDash every now and then, and
No shade to the door dashers, right?
no shade to any DoorDash. Yo,
Right. Door dasher can be a hardworking position these days. Don't shade them.
well, I see Joe. You got your hand right. Like, we got Joe in the building. Joe in the building. Joe Lockett. Oh.
It's definitely the energy sometimes, because everybody doesn't knock the box out.
Oh my God.
Speak on it, Angie. Speak on it.
Everybody doesn't do that.
So what's the end that make you attractive bad?
I don't know. It just be they swag. Like, everybody doesn't have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But could still be considered in the category of a bad boy.
They get you like, I know it ain't right, but
It might be just something, how he talks, how he walks. You know what I'm saying? How he handles his business. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be.
so if people walk up to you, what's up, shawty?
Huh?
Looking good. That's usually what they talk. Bad boys don't come up to you talking,
Sophisticated, like yeah.
No, wait a minute.
And how are
because,
you?
That's not.
Again,
That's not
in our
per se
fairy
true.
tale
That's not per
mind,
se
we want
true.
the bad boy that is intelligent, that is smart. And don't get me wrong, I know that it seems like they don't make a lot of money, but I'm talking about the kind that do make a lot of money.
My gosh.
One
we
way
talking
or
about
another.
narcotics.
They don't have to all be right. They don't
Street promises.
right. And guess what? They sometimes are very smart in math. They are good with numbers. So to say the least, they can count that.
They
but,
can count
but
them
they can also
But see,
count
that's the only thing that you could be really looking at is them going to jail, because some of them are very smart,
right.
intelligent. Yeah, like she said, like,
They can run them
it's
numbers.
just not legal.
They know how much they're short. They know how much they're supposed to give back. They know how to find you.
Facts. I mean,
She snuck that one in. How you feel when you get
Right. You
My
get
God.
found. You like, damn. Hell no.
hey,
Gotta be a little slicker than that. Gotta be
gotta be a
slicker
little
than
more
that.
quicker than that.
But so, in other words, and this is my whole thing, is that you're right. It typically does not work out, because a lot of times what you thought you wanted, you find out real quick is not all that is cracked up to be. Because if he's gonna be rude and tough with other people, at some point he's gonna let that guard down and be rude and tough with you. So as a
Facts.
woman who has experienced it, I'm speaking from experience, then yes, you start experiencing those things that aren't as fun as they may have seemed. you know, in the beginning. So that's definitely, and I don't think I know anyone who is still like, you know, married and they've been together for all these years. And maybe at one point he was the bad guy and then he grew up and he turned his money good or whatever the fairy tale would say. Any comments out there? Of any?
I don't know a couple.
Got a few hellos out here. Got a few
Okay.
hellos.
What's doing it? What's
saying,
doing? What it do?
Saying y'all good. Shout out to Shamel over there on Facebook.
Hey, Shamel.
Hmm. Now, I do want to say this though.
Here we go.
Got it. Because we skating around the truth.
Yeah.
We skating around the truth. I let everybody talk. Y'all
Okay.
said bullshit. I'm sorry. Like it was skating around the truth. Let's be 100. Y'all like the bad boys. I like the bad girls, mainly because the good ones is boring. like you know, how many females and toxic enough dudes have been saying that, oh man, she a good girl though, you know what I mean? But she only good enough to get certain things out of her. You feel me?
The energy again.
I mean, it could.
There
You go back.
There
Hey, you go
go.
back to the energy.
Yeah.
You go back to the energy. Find your chakras. But if your chakras is pretty low, I'm trying to tell you right now, you want a bad boy. That's why I lie, That's
you
why I
lie
lie.
in a heartbeat.
man. I lie in a heartbeat.
What you
That-
telling the women?
everything.
You telling them you done did a bid?
Oh man, I'm telling them I'm dark skinned. I'm telling them I'm a white dude. I'm telling them everything.
What they want to hear.
Everything.
Anything.
Exactly.
She said anything.
Thank you. See that she get me.
You
I
like, yeah, you know I did a bid last
Mhm.
year.
You feel me? You know what I mean? I be selling stocks. You know what
I'm
it is,
smart,
girl.
but you know,
I got like 4-5 businesses. Like, you know, that's the stuff you get off. Cause she already, if I was just to tell her what I'm really doing, oh, that's it. That's the response.
Oh,
If she don't say it out her mouth, she's saying it in her head.
Mm.
So now you gotta get in her head. You gotta lie because she want the bad dude already. She just want him like a juice. She want him like
Right.
a two. The fact you keep saying Tupac is
Tupac.
crazy to me.
Why?
Because Tupac was lying too. Oh my God. This was-
But what you don't understand is that this happened after social media came out, that we found out that he wasn't that bad boy. But when we were
Mhm.
coming up, he was that guy.
He was the ultimate bad boy.
So I mean,
What the world showed us was that he was a bad boy. Nobody showed us him in no art school or
hold on,
We didn't
hold on,
find
hold on. They
out.
was watching TV.
right.
That's what I'm
That's what I'm saying.
They
That's
was
all
watching
we
TV.
saw. We
All
didn't
y'all
see-
saw was if it wasn't on him on stage, it was definitely him acting. Acting is what really got y'all.
Yeah.
When he got away from Digital Underground,
Mhm.
then he had to really double down in it. I get it, but come on now. Half of them was lying already, and you knew that. You just wanted to believe this.
That's
So,
true.
Like you said, it's the energy
It's
thing.
the
The
energy.
good guy is boring. That's why they a dying breed right now.
Mm.
That's why they're a dying
Well,
breed.
I think that, you know, ultimately women want the love and the comfort part. So I don't think that the good boy is necessarily dying. I don't think that's the dying.
But you're gonna look for that in the bad dude, though. You're gonna look for that in the bad dude, though. Oh. Man, he better have something.
You better have a whole lot of money.
Joe is saying that the good guys have to have money. I think all the guys got to have money, though. I mean,
No.
Angie, yeah, where's the lie? Because at the end of the day, it costs. Everything costs. So I think that that's important to know that, hey, everybody's life going outside is about $300.
Dude.
no.
When,
We're just saying that, you know, when you put a zero on the side of a number, it's the same number. So, you know, we want for the woman or the man, so we want both of us to be coming together with something, is what I think she was trying to say.
That ain't really how it is, though. Hey, you tried. Hey, you tried.
I tried it, didn't it? I tried
You
it.
tried. Hey, I get it.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Women don't mind contributing a song.
No, it's
You heard that word? That it was a key word in there.
Song.
Some.
Yeah.
Some.
Yeah, the important
Yeah,
part.
yeah. I came
did
back
say
on that. I came
Said
back
what
on that
I
one.
said. Some.
I know y'all missed me out there, but I came back just to hear that song.
Mhm.
What is song?
Well,
Hun.
so going back, Angie.
Get out of there.
no, I will say though,
Uh, d- d-
everybody needs to have some coins, especially during this day and age. Nothing is free. You wake up, the sun is shining, you step outside, it's $300. So let's not act like
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
So it good, bad, indifferent. You better have some money.
And you better be bad.
There we go.
Or at least have
All
the
right.
energy, or play the role real well. Be a good actor.
You know something? I truly think that at the end of the day, that a lot of these men, right, it's gonna have for the older women that have a swag, a little charisma about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you're younger, you're looking for a bad boy. I think when y'all get older, y'all tell me if I'm wrong or right.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't got the guy. Y'all that y'all looking for somebody that got charisma and a little swag.
Right. So what Joe just said, for anybody who may not have heard, he said that, when you're younger, it's all about the bad boy image. But as you get older, it's really the charisma that we are attracted to. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Is it really the bad boy, or is it the characteristics that we like? Like you were saying, energy or confidence, be someone who's bold, someone who is courageous.
Right.
Those are the things that I think that persona really, makes everybody want. Am I wrong?
No,
A
I
little
think,
bit.
and then as you get older, you evolve. So that means that what you thought was good,
Right.
5 years ago, it changes.
Yeah.
So that person should be changing too, So bad boy probably does turn into charisma.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, we wake up and be like, wait a minute, I don't like being called bitch.
It's not appealing anymore.
Give me one. Give me one more time. Give me one, nephew. Give me one. Thank you. Get your ass up making some breakfast.
What you doing?
Dude.
Oh, you going to the cop? I was gonna go to Michael Jackson. I was
Yeah,
gonna go
that-
to Usher. I was
yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
to some of everybody that had a bad boy song.
But I mean, I think honestly, like really sitting down and thinking about it, like you have to define what you consider to be a bad boy, or consider to be a toxic person, and
Right.
a good guy. Like we're talking about like the bad boy, like energy. You're talking about energy, like they just, they give you that thrill, right?
Right. The
It's that
excitement.
thrill. Now that thrill can turn toxic real quick.
Most of the time it does.
There you go. Okay, so you say most of the time. So percentage wise, how many you think? Like 80%?
Probably 90.
Whoa. Okay, that's all the time. Okay, and then I mean, what would you consider to be a good guy? And can a good guy have those bad boy qualities but not turn toxic?
That's what we want. So I think it's a quiet situation, because in our mind we're trying to think of one. Maybe Jonathan Majors.
Oh my
Is,
God.
is he considered to be a bad boy
What?
with good boy qualities, or a good guy with bad qualities? I'm putting that sound out here. Y'all tell me, what is a good guy? Can a good guy have bad boy qualities?
But real quick though, I gotta ask. Was it because he got the lawsuit? Because he wasn't a bad boy
According to Reese- no,
before the lawsuit.
he had those qualities from
What? What made him have bad boy qualities?
I'm talking about the character that he played, y'all.
That was a
Jonathan
character.
What? You talking about for Creed?
I'm talking about Jonathan Majors. I said,
Bad
is
boy.
he considered to be like a good guy with bad boy qualities? And nephew said because he went to jail, he got his lawsuit. So that goes right back to what Reese was saying. All bad boys got to go to jail.
Exactly.
Oh, my
And so
goodness.
my points are aligning right now. Man, what do you think? Do you think he a good guy? Bad boy qualities or whatever? Like,
I definitely don't think he's a bad boy. I think
I
he
just
just
wanna be
got
sure.
caught in some bad stuff, but I don't think he's a bad
So who
boy.
is considered to be a bad boy?
Ice Cube.
No.
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 oh wow.
I
No,
never
not
thought
Ice
Ice Cube was a
Not
bad
Ice
boy.
Okay.
NBA young boy.
I don't even know who that is.
You know,
A true bad boy.
Yeah, the
Ice
YN. He is definitely a bad boy.
What about
I'll tell you who's a true bad boy for real. It was about the like
Easy E.
Easy? Okay, I can see Easy.
Yeah.
I can see.
DMX.
Well, yeah, you said DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like who can do that on the
Dr. Dre.
album and like sell music?
Apparently, Dr. Dre. Yeah.
You gotta admit that was hard. Though.
What? What's your name?
rapper? Oh
Oh,
yeah, he talking about what? The rapper
rapper.
Scarface?
Well, if we talk about the character from the movie, the
Mo-
one that Tony Montana played, that was the one. That's the one that we like.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go, God.
Basically, that's what
that's
we're talking
toxic
about.
though. That's toxic.
So is that not the characteristics that we talking about? Successful, making money, a little rough. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's get to the
taking
real
jokers
root
out.
of it, because we still haven't defined this. We how many minutes we in this mug? Yeah, talking about this. So when you say a bad boy, I'm not gonna put my no, she ain't my co-host. I'm her co-host. God dang,
Yeah, you mix it up.
I showed them Mr. Hostess with the mostest. Titaz. In the building. I know what she mean by when she says she want a little thrill, a little bit of excitement, like they were saying, like, choke me a little bit, but not too much. Just don't make me pass out.
Right.
That's the bad boy.
Not to when I lose breath.
So that's what she's looking for.
I'm not looking for that now. Like, I had my share.
No.
Okay. I've been there, done that, bought that t-shirt, baby.
Worship him.
That ship has sailed. Okay. I'm no longer in that category. I'm just simply talking about the idea, because the conversation did come up this week, and it was kind of like, and a lot of red pill men say this all the time, right? They
Where's
be
the
mad.
red pill man? What the hell is this stuff?
Red pill and blue pill is what they refer to as for guys.
Okay.
You have the red pill that goes towards more traditional and more woman-man roles versus what they would call the blue pill, somebody that's a little bit more liberal and a little bit more lenient.
Is this shit off the Matrix?
No,
Yeah, that's what they related.
Yeah,
related
that's
from.
what they
That's what
related to,
related
but-
from.
this
They
is
did.
just what a lot of the podcasts are, based on nowadays. And
'Cause
so
you-
you have men
'Cause
that
in the
are-
Matrix, the pill's supposed to make you wake up.
you have
one of
the
these,
men
right?
that
Yeah,
are
I got you,
around
got you.
saying things like, the women, they're picking the wrong men. That's you picking the pookies, etc.
Mhm.
You're picking the guy that's not going to be there with you, or the ones that are getting you pregnant intentionally, leaving you with all these baby daddies and all this stuff. So that's the idea, is like, oh, you picked that bad boy persona when you should have picked the guy who was, adoring over you, the one who loved you very much, etc., etc. But what I think those red pill men are really doing is kind of just shading, because they didn't get the girl that they wanted. But that's a topic for another
The other
conversation.
side called them incels. It's hilarious.
But
Oh
Andrew,
my
what you
goodness.
think? I mean, I know you know what I'm talking about when I say the red pill society.
I do, but like when I was talking to you the other day, and I was telling you about when I saw that they were talking about alpha and masculine men,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and they were saying that the alpha men were the hunters.
Mhm.
Those were the ones that will typically be your cheaters, the ones, because they're hunters. They're always on the prowl. And the masculine men are more so the men that are, more laid back, the ones that's going to be supportive, be nurturing, be there for you.
Mhm.
So I don't know
That's
how.
maturity.
I'm
That's
just
all masculine.
I'm just telling you what they say.
That-
I'm not saying that I agree.
You guys excuse him. My
Well, you
uncle.
must be in
He
the
a little older.
masculine men.
Hey, you ain't know? You didn't know? How could you tell?
Yeah.
How could you tell?
What's set it off?
What gave it away?
Okay. Just how you just went in on me. I'm
saying.
It's called maturity.
I felt that in my chest.
I did.
Hey.
He said it with his chest, and I felt it in mine.
Did you really?
But it's not.
He made my ass jump.
That's swag.
But it's not the mule. It's not the mule though. It's not. The mule.
I like a demure man,
Ah.
someone who has just presence when he walks into the room, and that's the type of guy that everybody looks at. And he doesn't have to be the loudest. He doesn't have to be boastful. We see you. We see what you got on. You don't have to be over there shaking your watch and you know what I'm saying,
Shaking
doing
your
all
watch. Dragon line.
Hey, they do a lot of things.
Yeah, we typically
He
call
want
those
to act like
clowns.
folks don't do that. Stop it.
Clowns.
The clown.
He want to act like folks don't do that. Like they ain't do that in your time either. They do that. Period.
Yeah, or that hunch, hunch your shoulders when they talking like that.
You pop out. You do it with your Cleveland, so you ain't got to shake the watch.
Keep that with the
chain.
chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gonna go ahead, flex it out a little bit.
We
Like,
see you.
Wait,
find a line there, like
We
slim.
see it as big as my head. We
Okay.
see Jesus.
Hey, how to do a train again? Do it. No, I want to see that again.
Everyone sees.
Go ahead, do a train again. Do that.
Bang, bang.
With the neck move.
Yeah.
With the neck pop.
She putting it in the
Yes, sir.
limelight. You gotta let it
Like
gleam.
this,
Gotta
you
let
know,
it
and then they do
dazzle.
the
You
move
feel
with
me?
their chest, like they talk with their hands and stuff, y'all, like this, like they mean business. They talking about business. Yo, come on, that's a
So if any man is out there watching and you're doing this foolishness,
Stop
just
it,
know,
please.
stop.
Red
No.
flag.
Don't do that. Don't do
Red
that more.
flag.
Keep going.
It worked.
No, you're giving
No,
clowns.
It's a
You're
laugh
giving
for
clowns.
me. It's a laugh for me.
Look. All you gotta
I'm
do is
sorry.
get the attention. What you do with the attention afterwards is on you. But I mean,
It's giving clowns.
you got a few out there that like the attention and it worked.
Doing the chain. Go ahead, Angie. The face she makes when she does
Right
that.
there.
is
Yeah, pop,
hilarious.
and then you gotta keep
On the
moving.
inside when
Like
they
this,
do it
you
in
know
front
what
of
I'm
me.
Like you really got like you own something. You know what I mean? Like you doing this.
Yeah.
It's
You know
about
what I'm
that time.
You know what I mean? And then shake your watch. You know what I'm saying? Like you know,
Hey, and then if
do
you
like
were-
this.
I had somebody shake their Rolex so much that I realized it wasn't ticking.
Right.
Oh
I was
wow!
like, if you would have probably been a little bit more natural,
Subtle,
we
yeah.
wouldn't even know that it was just
so
a
you telling me he
fashion statement.
It's been broke for 3 years.
Right.
And you got it from your granddaddy closet.
Right. Doesn't even belong to you, and it's broke.
Grandma got this chain.
Right.
or you know, no, and then what? I gotta keep doing the hand thing because you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You talking business.
Now,
You
if
know what
he,
you talking about.
if he light skinned Reese, he gonna
Oh, look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like
you know,
your bad boy
right here.
move.
You know what I'm saying? Now wait a minute. I do that.
He gonna LL. Y'all doing the LL Cool J?
Do that. You see how natural that shit came to me? Like we started doing. I'm like. That little, you gotta bite the lip and do that. Wait a minute. We don't want to talk
That
about
means
that.
that a lie is
Hey.
coming.
then
When y'all do that, that means a lie is about to.
Oh, man.
It's forming.
I know,
Stay tuned,
no,
stay
ma'am.
tuned
Now,
for the
now
lie.
we have agreed all the way up to now. Now we gotta disagree. Now why we gonna disagree like this in this segment like this? No, we're not gonna do that. That don't mean I'm gonna lie. It ain't gonna be a lie. It's just gonna,
He's gonna say something like, "Yeah, me and my baby mama, we
Mhm.
ain't together, but
But we still
stay
live together. But we like roommates.
Right.
Why you can't be a roommate?
I sleep in
That's
my.
what
I
I'm
got
trying to
my own room.
That's what I'm trying to see.
Things are tight. Money tight.
Exactly.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
And so is these knees, because baby, you is not coming this way.
Man, the landlord hit me with a tariff, man. You gotta chill out.
Man, what you saying?
did.
Somebody coming.
No, now sidebar. I did see a video earlier this week where the young lady was saying how the dude was trying to convince her that him and his baby mama don't have nothing going on, but if she needs anything, he's going over there to help her, including if he's driving her car. So if you living with your baby dad, or you living with this guy and he has a whole nother baby mama and a kid, but he uses your car while you at work and he over there shopping with her. He took her to the grocery store because she needed some help, and then had the nerve to blow up like, my baby mama need anything, I'm gonna be there for her. Well, not in my
That means she got that good. I mean,
see that. So
Nah, man.
And was
it ain't for
trying
the
to get her,
kids.
and was
It's
trying to
just
get her
for
to
the
take
children.
an Uber because he was late picking
Yeah,
her
he's
up
like, well,
doing
we still
something for his
busy.
child's mother
It ain't just for the children.
in
as
my
they say.
in my vehicle.
baby,
Because he lay pipe. That's all.
That part.
he-
Or
you
she
know,
got
he
that
gotta be
thing.
laying the-
He a major plumber.
Because we definitely would have never made it to Facebook. Supposed to.
Right. I mean,
Well, y'all can't
women
look
are
at that.
accepting it.
Hell yeah.
No,
Change the world.
I'm just saying if I was, I mean that would be,
Well, right.
that would have been a horrible situation for me to be in. Somebody telling me to take a Uber or
Uber.
Lyft in my car for you to
Mhm.
do something for your child's mother. What you could have done was, if you laying pipe like that, you could have came and got
It
me,
still doesn't matter.
and maybe she could have rolled in the
Right,
back.
you could have left her at the grocery store,
know what I'm
came
saying?
and got me, and sent her but an Uber. To
But
get
then
home.
y'all gonna be talking, and that's not good.
Yeah, y'all,
That's
yeah.
not
But
good.
thank you,
Well,
nephew.
then he should have his own vehicle.
My
I
God.
get you. I'm
Period,
with you on
point
that.
blank.
I'm with you when you're right.
My.
I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah.
But that reminds me of the whole baby boy thing, right? You remember he used to take Yvette car and be all laid up, and then picking her up late. She's standing in the parking lot. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I've been there before myself.
Bringing back memories.
Hey,
What it do,
B.
B?
Hey, everybody out there, chime in, y'all. Feel free, like, share, subscribe, follow. Make sure that if it's something that we're saying that's resonating with you, go ahead and chime in and say what's up. Give us a story. Quick little story time. Ain't never hurt nobody. We all being honest here, right? We all be honest.
That part.
So, Mo, what's your bad boy story?
Took the words right out my mouth.
Well, I may have a couple of them, but
A couple.
yeah.
Write a damn book.
Well, I am a good girl, and so good girls seem to like bad boys. No, but
I'm just gonna shut up. Go ahead, friend.
okay, so I'll give y'all this story. This happened a long time ago. So I was dating this guy, and when we talk about the whole take your car thing, now he had his own car. However, he came over one night. I was my first apartment. I was a young woman. I was about 19 years old. First apartment, had a female roommate. He came over about maybe 2 a.m. Of course, I let him in, and we spent the night. And I woke up. He said, like, in the morning, I need to use your car for something. And I'm like, okay, well, you got your car, but no problem. I'm not questioning it. I'm like, sure.
So where then?
So about 6 o'clock in the morning, he leaves in my car. I'm still asleep. I wake up at about 9 a.m. to the police banging on my door. This man had taken my car and went and did a whole robbery in my car. He did a robbery.
Come on now, dog.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Police waking me up. I'm coming to the door like, what is the problem? And
Wait. Just that you're gonna come to the door. What is the problem?
Look, they
Sir,
asked me
man.
what my car is. I'm like, I don't know. What's the problem? And technically, in long story short, my car was used in a robbery, and the guy had went on a high-speed chase.
God,
I can't even keep a straight
The
face.
police chased
I'm
him,
trying.
and he got away.
Come on, man. We gotta work.
He got away.
It's just how she said that shit so subtle.
Hold on. They came to your house looking for the car because he got away.
He got away. He actually jumped out my car. He parked it somewhere, jumped out my car, jumped in his car, and then he fled the scene.
Yeah, I ain't know we was gonna have to play this.
Eventually,
I ain't know we was gonna have to play this. The most I've ever played this.
I'm weak. It's just how she's describing
Casual.
it casually, and he jumped out of my car and got in his own car.
it
He
happened.
got away.
And he almost hit a police officer who was chasing him on a motorcycle. So they considered that to be attempted murder.
Yeah.
So at this point, he just racking up charges.
Your car.
In your car. How did you explain that to your insurance company?
Right. And so, anyways, long story short, I ended up having to go to the police station, and I was clueless. I had no idea of anything. So
Yeah,
of course,
yeah, you
none of
ain't
it
know
fell
shit.
back
Yeah,
on me, other
yeah,
than the
right.
fact that my car, I had to go and get it out of pound and the impound. But ultimately, it was just that was the story. It happened, and he went on the run for about 6 years.
Did you ever see him after
I did.
Shut up.
that? Did you get
I'm at
Later.
was
Okay, so Joe is asking, guys, because everybody can't hear Joe. Joe,
They
you
can't.
don't have a microphone. But Joe is asking, did I see him later? And the answer is yes, I did see him later, not within that time frame. So I was not an accomplice to him being on the run. I had no idea until later, like years
Put
later.
your little back in for a second.
A second.
oh my God.
Right, fuck always. She still.
A second.
Hey,
Shit.
hey, so
Back here.
So he
Wait, wait.
hit after a couple of
We are not okay. So that story time is over.
Bad boy.
All right. Let's get in there. We go. Huh? Go ahead.
Bottom line is that it happened. Hey.
Thank you, cause
Angie, do you have any stories about a bad boy?
Yeah.
Nothing that will top that one.
Nothing can top that, Angie.
I
Unless
think
you're
we
gonna say you got somebody on Unsolved Mysteries. You can't
That,
top
she
that.
put the period, the exclamation
Golly.
point, question mark, everything on the end of that.
Hey,
On Dateline. This is a Dateline show.
ain't it though? Like I feel like she need to have like a blue screen or something behind her. Just
Hey, blur the face
Blur
out.
the face out.
Have it real dark in the room.
you know.
Once you hit it right, you always got access.
Oh.
Now I don't know about that because I do think that even though it may have been good or whatever, I think that once we graduate mentally, and Angie, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Once we graduate mentally, we're not going back. Like I don't care how good it was. It's like my mind knows better, especially at this age.
Okay.
Angie, what you think?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like, you got too much to lose the older you get. You know what I'm saying? When you're young like that, you just moving through life.
Right.
Just whatever. Because I rented a guy a car one time and he had to go find him in the car because he didn't turn it in. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, what's wrong with you? A car. I did.
Where
They
can I
do.
find that? God, dog.
You ain't a bad boy, dude.
Man.
You gotta be a bad boy.
I said this why I lie, but I'm still not getting the odds in my favor. Hey,
I didn't pay for it. I just put the car in my name.
Why?
Because he couldn't.
He asked.
yeah. If he paid for
Because
it,
I was young and I was just like, okay.
Right. Same way, like, I was okay when he said, "Hey, I'm gonna use your car in the morning." Okay.
I can understand.
And then a lot of times you be thinking like people you around and you're cool with, like they wouldn't do certain things to you.
They gonna hold it down.
Right.
Right.
Because you thinking I'm loyal, you know what I'm saying? We
Good.
cool. But
I
that's
get
when
that.
your energy went firsthand of not being reciprocated back.
Bad boy story.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That was
It
that
happened.
was the bad boy story. Like I rented the car and the people were looking
That was your
for it.
boyfriend?
No, it wasn't.
That ain't no bad
It is. It was somebody I was dealing with. We were
Yeah.
like,
that-
story.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't just do it for a friend and they just did something bad. No.
Right.
yeah.
So we're seeing the key to dominating this mother.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't bring it home. It wasn't a bad boy story, and you, Mo, don't you say nothing.
Okay.
So I had it was so good.
Mm.
I had a whole driveway put in.
A driveway.
Whole
So this is
driveway.
her bad girl story.
Okay.
Concrete and everything. Tear it up.
You paid for it.
Yeah.
All of it.
I help.
Now that's the type of
And
like,
landscaping.
how can I find that?
Put that grass right there. That mulch over here.
Because
I
baby,
sure did.
anybody who know anything about yards and home buying and any of that stuff, that land is no joke. It's expensive.
And
So-
I started off my statement saying it was so good. Y'all think about what it was. And that part. So that was my key motivation to
So reason
Finish
is it safe
that.
to say that it didn't work out after you got the driveway put in.
shut up, Mo.
Did she say thank you?
Or did she
I'm
just
interested too. Did she
pull
say
up and bag back? Pull
That
up
that
and
part.
bag back.
That part.
That's
And look back at you already got a bag up camera, but you don't look back at
I'm talking about-
you got a bag up camera, but you look back at it.
Look
So
back,
what
yeah,
happened,
yeah,
Reed?
look.
What happened? Why it didn't work out?
Okay.
Tell us what happened. Tell the
driveway.
people. The people want to know. You can't leave them hanging.
Leave him hanging what? It just didn't work out. She left me. She moved out of state and sold the house.
That brought her property value up.
Yeah, you gave her value to the house.
She sold the house and left me.
That sound like that was the plan.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably, but it's okay.
She
I got a couple of good turkey sandwiches out of it, and some other things. I don't want to talk about.
well,
It. Yeah, in the email. Next,
Not professional.
yeah, she was
Oh
very much
wow.
so. I found that in the email. Go ahead, let's roll the credits. What we got?
Cut.
She was on that midnight train to Georgia, baby. She sold the house, got that cash out.
And I was gone.
Let me drop this email.
No,
I ain't never coming back.
huh?
Did you marry a man afterwards?
No, I don't think she married nobody else.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think it's coming though. I don't know. Who's to say? Who's to say? I know I ain't it.
Shut up.
But no, sometimes that happens though, bro.
So okay,
It
going back
does.
to what Angie was saying earlier
Yeah.
about the thrill and the toxicity. I think that sometimes people like toxic. Now I don't. I've never been the person that just like carrying on and all that mess, and I don't like makeup sex. So you ain't finna fight, cuss, and fuss with me and think that it's gonna be great later. That's just not my style.
Wait,
But-
why?
Because it's not my style. But I know that because again, I'm a good girl. So one time for the good girls, let's make sure we toast it up, toast it up for my good. Because just because you are dating a bad guy doesn't mean that you don't still have some character and some shine to yourself.
So what makes you a good girl? What defines you as a good girl?
Well, I just said I have character, I have shine, I
Titties.
certain things that I do not like. I'm not a vulgar woman. I'm not going to be out here doing all the ski things.
Wait a minute.
That's
I
an
like
AKA
low.
thing.
I like city girls, but for the most part, I don't that's not my persona. So when I say a good girl, I'm just talking about just simple, smooth,
Classy. So you're talking about like a classy female.
characteristics. That's all.
Okay.
So, because obviously, when you talk about the bad girls, Cliff and nephew and Coho,
Damn.
you guys are, you're talking about the ones that have that what is it? That
what?
personality of a sassy type of what? Give me some, nephew. What am I saying?
All right, what would I define a bad girl? Yeah, sassy would be one. Very argumentative, or
Like
you know what I
this?
mean, combative.
She grabbing
part?
here.
Now, I mean, grabbing it. That's just you expressing.
Okay.
Combative would be more.
Okay.
You just gotta respond
Say
for
something.
everything.
Catch
You
your
feel me?
attitude real quick.
Like you can't just take it to the chin, or at least just chill, or we can't just leave it alone.
Mhm.
Like that's a bad quality. Bad as in body. You feel me? Got the yam on them.
Oh, okay.
The yaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't thinking about that, but okay.
I mean, that could be a bad,
My God.
bad girl right there. You feel me?
My
But
God.
then you gotta go with all right. It's her attitude. You know what I mean? It's her head kind of like airwell. She can't really stay focused, or she too much focused on everything else. Like that's why I define a bad girl.
I agree.
Okay,
I
okay.
If I just had to throw out
Because-
quality.
Because you can have someone that could be considered professional and still be a bad girl.
Okay, so explain.
Yes.
Nasty ass attitude, like always, that type of stuff. Like literally, like you always like. Now, if you say I'm
Would
gonna just
Jasmine Crockett
reiterate-
be a bad girl?
Who?
Professional bad girl? Jasmine Crockett. Because she's one of those people who has a very opinionated stance. And she
So
don't
who?
mind
Hold on. But then that's where we'll go to the nuance to it.
Yeah, okay.
Because it'd be like to who? Because for a lot of folks, the doctor that was with not Nick, well, with Nick Cannon and with the football player.
Dang,
doggy.
I forgot
I
his
know.
name.
said the
man.
doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
The one that got the
Cheyenne Bryant.
child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She, Dr. Bryant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun. He don't
She's
like it, but
beautiful.
she is fine.
She's beautiful.
Fine.
But yeah, most folks would say if they was encountering her, she got bad girl qualities,
Mm,
which is why she's single.
mm.
Even though she, you know what I mean, but she comes off like I was saying. For a lot of dudes, might be a little bit too much combative or too,
Right.
you know what I mean,
Too argumentative.
argumentative. Because I don't want to say opinionated. Everybody got opinions,
Mhm.
but argumentative to have to win the point.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Not
Her
relatable.
mindset might
Cam
strictly
Newton.
be business, so it might not have so much room for relationship. So I'm handling my relationship like a business. You feel me? And that could be a bad
Facts.
quality.
It's definitely a bad quality. It's definitely one. Like, and not being able to be relatable. Like, you just all out there. Like, nothing pleases you.
Now, here's my thing: is that really a bad quality, or is that men not really wanting to deal with accountability?
It's a damn
'Cause
bad
Dr.
quality.
Bryant, she just was really like, look, I'm not taking no excuses. It's accountability all day.
Okay,
I mean, it
it's
could
a
be like
difference
that.
between accountability and just being damn irrational. Like you just not rational at all.
I mean,
Irrational
I say
type
it
of
can,
way in your thinking.
I say it can be like that. It just depends on that dude. That dude, if he interacting with her and that's how she chooses to handle him, and he's saying, or he's obviously showing that that's the wrong way to do it, yeah, that's a bad quality. Don't help you from being a bad girl. You feel me?
But
But
they say that men don't like when women are being combative because they don't really just don't want to have to fess up to whatever it is that.
no,
No, I
y'all
don't have an
y'all
issue
don't
with
ever
you
end it.
being combative on certain things, but
It's-
if every time you wake up, you got something that you want to argue about, dismiss me with that.
Yeah.
The pills ain't
Yeah.
stop buying them from Costco.
Tell
Get
him,
them
Reese.
out. Like,
Is
what
it
the hell?
that-
Just shut up.
Is it
Just shut the
now-
hell up.
Not all situations are like this, but sometimes maybe that girl is doing that just so that she can keep the excitement, right? And
How was that excitement?
well, same way people like to fight and make up later.
Maybe that's what it is.
Don't talk to me like that, because I dry up like a. Just play with it if you want to.
Wait a minute.
I could be petty.
Well,
I'd be petty as hell.
that's what they saying, that they like that thrill, that
Mhm.
that rough and tough, that excitement, and they sometimes think that it makes for greater sex later.
Well, it
So,
might. Wait a
my
minute. Let me think
question
about
is,
that. Let me
is
put that in a
that-
real life scenario. Hold on.
It doesn't make for greater sex later.
Sometimes.
I mean, because if you was to get on,
No, the only that makes up a good sex is you got the right partner. Like if y'all get into an argument, right?
Mhm.
But y'all can look at each other, right? And then y'all kind of get that look like we need to do this shit no more. Come on, girl, you so fine, and you bring your ass in. But if you didn't call me up my name, you said some crazy shit to me, you can't come back from that.
I agree.
well, I mean, I think it's based on the purpose.
If you didn't call
Perfect
me
person.
a bitch or YN or some crazy, we ain't, bro. We good. Because number one, you done disrespected me, and I'm looking at you different now. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling some kind of way.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I can't want to get in bed with you after that.
I don't know, but think about this like this, Joe. Think about it like this.
He got to open up your mind.
You know,
Down for it.
like
Help him out. Help him out.
you went me a little bit, because I mean, if you done made me mad, you took me off, and I think me and you, nephew, we click. You remember we was talking about criminal court.
Go, you better bring that down.
Shoot, what you what? You ready? Hey.
But like you just said, Reese, now she dry. It ain't-
No, I'm talking about she did that to me. I'm talking about if I was the one that she was saying, bring your ass up. I'm like, shit. Yeah,
You ain't
where you
dry
at?
no more.
Boom, tacos.
You paid me.
I
The
mean-
teaspoons over there. A lot of times, Angie, and you don't know.
That's
They
what I say.
be ganging up on me. They act like my opinions are so far fetched.
We ain't say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the kicker. Okay. Number one bad girl right now is City Girls, right? Carisha. One of the things she said in her songs, she said, what? They treat a good girl bad and the bad girl nice, so act bad. So does that play into it? Like, are the women acting bad just so that the guy can be like, you know what, hush, I'm gonna give you this money, or I'm gonna break your back in, or I'm gonna buy you some food. Those are the things that they say regulate the attitude. So if I know I'm gonna get all this treatment, I might as well have a little nasty attitude for the morning because I know the night gonna go great.
I think it's more of like law of attraction. You know, like with a bad girl, you kind of chasing it.
Mm.
So she's gonna get what she wants. Because anytime you're chasing something and you want it so bad, you're gonna do whatever you need to do in order to retain it.
Facts.
Right?
You're
So the good
You're
girl is
absolutely
more
right.
of the one that's kind of going along with everything. She's more agreeable.
Mhm.
So she's easier to lash out at. You know what I'm saying? To do things on because you get the feeling of she's not gonna go anywhere. She's not gonna do this. She's not gonna do that. But that bad girl is already letting you know off the hop. Hey, you gonna do this, this, and that if you won't even,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So he's more so of, you know, there's a challenge there. Men like challenges.
Men like the challenge,
So-
exactly. And they want to break her down, break that little attitude down. They want to do whatever she said she wasn't gonna let them do.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you gonna do it. I just gotta go through this.
So I need to be like Ice Cube was on Friday. We was like, get in the house. She's like, and stomp like
She got
that.
in the house, huh?
She got in the house.
Yeah.
What she got in the house? So that
Got a little straightening.
I guess that's what we need to do
Right.
then. Then I guess I need to be more like the.
She said, you know, I love your mama.
But you know, it's kind of like the same thing like the guys were saying about, you know, about how women do the nice guy. It's the same thing.
So let's talk about that for a second. Is that something? Do women treat the nice guy bad? Like,
Yes.
that
What?
happens?
Is that even a damn question?
Think
What?
so.
What?
But, you
No,
know,
come on. The good guy don't get no respect for real. That part.
why-
Y'all don't
why are they
respect
cheating
a
on
nice
them?
guy.
That's if she choose him. If he mess around and get a bad girl and she's consistent in what she call her, but it might be bad for him. Yeah, down the line she gonna cheat on nobody because she ain't interested to really pay him no mind. But off the jump, nah, bro, he corny.
Come on in the comments. Come on in the
He's
comments.
corny,
Come on.
bro.
We need to
I
hear
want to
from
hear what
you.
the comments are saying.
Right
Is
now,
anybody
what you think?
chiming in?
Nate Dogg said, hell yeah.
Facts.
All right.
What we got? Because I'm like, even a good girl
Denise asked
don't
what we
respect
drinking
a
today,
good
y'all.
a good guy. Because y'all want that bad boy energy, but you still want him to have some need. Y'all want a Build-A-Bear
But this
kind of
is what
situation.
I've seen, like, I've seen this before. Like, women, they will go out and put their best on with the good guy, right? And chill with the good guy.
Okay, talk to
But they
him.
know at some point that that guy is going to be maybe what they're going to have to wind up marrying. And if I can wait, so they going to put the time in. But the good raunchy stuff that you want to do,
I saw.
he ain't.
So you think she can't be raunchy with the good guy?
No, she's settling for
I'm
him.
telling you what women have told me.
She's settling for him.
He gets some of it,
But not
he can't
all.
bring it out because the way he is, he can't bring out a part of her that the other guy can. The other guy lay it right.
I can agree with that.
See what I'm saying? Now I've been told
Preach,
this,
Joe.
This is what I've been told. Like, I like him a lot, and I may wind up marrying him. But I'm settling for him in the sex department of my life because the other guy, he make my legs shake and make my eyes go in the back of my head, but he can't take care of me.
Wow.
And then a lot of times too, like with the nice guy, I think a bad girl is gonna look at it like there are some things that she doesn't want to do because she doesn't want him to view her in a certain type of way.
That's a good point.
So, but if she's already doing it with a guy who like, oh, this is my shit. Hey, we doing it. She's gonna be a little bit more outgoing with him.
I got a question. Do you think that's for if she don't have the bad guy over there that she's kind of apprehensive
I think
to
that's just
doing
for an
that
average
stuff?
woman that's talking to a nice guy but got other things that she probably likes to indulge in. She's going to keep those things hidden if you present yourself as the type of person that wouldn't go for that. She's not going to ever introduce
For like
it
a
to
city
you.
girl, she ain't gonna show her city ways.
No, because she's gonna feel like she's gonna be judged.
That's a great point.
That
That is
true.
a great ass point.
Very true.
That's
I'm
very
gonna find
true.
an argument,
Okay.
but I agree with you right now.
I mean, I can't even say nothing to that because that's true.
That's
That's true. So it's just like, can you find a balance in that? Can you find both? That's the question. Is that what everyone's looking for?
That's what everyone is looking for. The balance. They want the guy who has charisma, has swag, has structure. Like he comes into, like I said, come into the room. People know him. They can feel the energy. He's given authority, and also we want that love attraction. We want that guy that's gonna be affirming to his woman continuously. The I love yous, the
cuddles, the
Yes.
walking holding hands. You want all that side. But if you're dealing with somebody, because as you get to know people, they tell you what they like and what they don't like.
Right.
Mhm.
So
That's
if
true.
somebody's sitting there, if y'all looking at reels and something like that, and you probably want to say, oh, you know what I'm saying, I probably get down like that. And he over there like, oh, hell no. What kind of hell, I wouldn't go for that. Then she ain't gonna never be like, let me ask you about it. She just gonna settle to not do that.
True.
I can see that point.
True.
I mean, I can see it too. Okay. I got you. I'm trying to think of something here, because I'm trying to think.
No. She right on that. 'Cause
Right,
if
you
they
can't
do,
come
if
back
they do
5
come
years
off like
later
that, you ain't gonna.
after she done probably stepped out or did something wrong, made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? To be like, you could have did that with me, and you like, no, I couldn't have did that with
Because
you.
it's like the same.
You
argument.
told me that woman was for the street.
Yeah, it's like the same argument most dudes have with females about them being vulnerable. And as soon as you be vulnerable,
Right,
you see
that
how
part.
it is,
Yeah,
and now you don't
yeah.
want to do it no more.
Yeah.
That's same.
That's the same
Yeah,
thing.
same
That's what I'm
thing.
saying. I get it. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I ain't got no argument
It
for that.
reminds me when Angie made that point about how men may be a little bit judgmental. It reminds me of maybe back in the day when oral sex was more taboo than anything, and so no one really talked about it
Until you started talking about eating
As
groceries.
far as women were concerned, like the wives weren't really asked to do that. It was more of that's the outside girl that was doing all that stuff because the man
street
really
woman.
right because the man really wanted his wife to be the good girl. He put her on the pedestal. She was clean. She was wholesome. Whatever the homely kind.
And that's what.
So back in the day, that's just what I'm saying. That was the persona that women weren't doing it.
They were, but you didn't talk about it.
But they say Gucci don't ask his wife to do that.
No, she just do it. She
Bet.
because she love it.
So I mean,
He said that he don't you know, he's one of those people that got that stigma, like, you know, I done had so many women and I don't want to see her doing it to me. You know what I'm saying? So he's another guy that she probably like, I want to do this and that
I
to
love
my
it,
husband.
right. What is what I'm saying? If she likes
Well-
it, because a lot of women have learned that they enjoy it just as much.
Right.
So if they're enjoying it and he doesn't like it, or
Yeah.
he doesn't want you to do it,
Well,
so
yeah,
now-
if that's not his kink, then it's kind of like
It's not
them-
his kink
them-
with his
yeah,
wife.
Yeah,
right.
It's
Def-
not that
yeah.
it's not his kink.
Yeah.
He don't want to see his wife,
Wife
doing
doing
it.
it.
Going back to what she was just saying
Right.
about how back in the day, like men felt like, you know, like when everybody, like where y'all think missionary came from? Like it's a reason why that's a position, because that's what you did when you was at home with your wife. Then you went on down into the juke joint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I get you saying there's a separation between the two. So you don't want
Right.
to see your wife because your wife got to be a certain way, present herself
That's how
in a
some
certain
men
way.
look at their wives.
And
Like
now
that's
they-
that's the wholesome part of my life. I don't
Right.
want to do nothing extra.
Right.